Greetings and salutations, one and all. Welcome to the night shift. It's another healthy love night. Happy Tuesday to you on this side of the world. Happy hump day to you across the pond. Yeah, those of you tuning in across the pond, top of the morning to you. It's already hump day for you. I trust you've gotten your day off to a great start. It's real early still, but you know, there are some of you who are well and awake right now, and you just might be doing some heavy stuff. Son of Paternsky and Travis World. It's called the Heavy Fitting.
It's the rhythm that I'm feeling to jump right now. Only we alone that I feel the feeling. Only we that show up and turn the fete upside down. Upside down. We love the jumping up. Soca music come like a blessing. And one Tina. Bumper rolling up effortlessly. On the stage and me jumping with all of my friends. Hold a liquor inside your head and you don't lie down. Everything in place for the Juve morning. Give me soca till the police.
Want to say thank you to Pulse Media Group
shut right down. Shut right down.
for sponsoring this first segment of the show.
Not right now. Not
When being in a moment is priceless.
right now.
What moment, you may ask? Moments like this right here that you're watching on kevinstew.com. Yeah, they can make this happen. And they can make it happen for you. All you got to do is give them a call and ask the right questions. I call them where? I call them on 754 999-6020, or visit them at pulseemg.com. Tell them DJ Kevin Stew sent you. You heard it right here on the night shift. kevinstew.com. I want to say thanks to all the affiliates taking the show right now. Big ups to those tuning in on rotterbox.net. In just a few moments, Sean Garrity will be joining us by telephone, of course.
Ice and
So Paternsky and Travis World, it just brought us Heavy Fetting. This is Nyla Blackman. With the Heavy Fetting comes the soca. Yeah, it makes you soak. Numbers to call, numbers to text to get you in touch in the show tonight. 773-789-STEW 773-789-7839. Good evening, Happy. How are you doing? And as you can see right down here, yeah, right here. But you'd have to be watching to see where I'm pointing. KevinStew.com is where you watch. It's also where you jump into the chat room. You can be anonymous, or you can do like #happy and put your name there. It's Healthy Love Night, and tonight we'll be looking at this very interesting idea that for better brain health, or for improved brain health, exercising your leg muscles could be the key. Ping pong 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 pong. Don't just like that little part. You don't? Hear it.
I love you, Lord Shorty.
There it is.
Somebody say soca.
Warming you up, getting your legs moving so that you could be more receptive. Yeah, there's a method to my madness. You think I do this just because I love playing music? Well, that's a part of it. So, while they say exercise is primarily valued for its influence on physical health, for strength, and for mobility, there is ample evidence showing physical exercise, especially strength training, is just as important for healthy brain and nervous system functions. And a number of studies have linked muscle strength and leg strength in particular to various cognitive benefits. Have you heard any of these studies? Have you come across any of these studies? If you have, feel free, share with us in the chat room, kevinstew.com, or call or text 773-789-STEW, 773-789-7839. You're just passing through #happy, I'll take it. Any little bit that you give, I'll take it. I want to say welcome to the show to anybody just tuning in, and more specifically to my partner in crime for the evening, the honorary Dr. Sean Garrity. Welcome, sir. His own sound effects and all.
Yo, listen, people. I don't give two whatever about the World Cup, but trust me, those Neymar memes have me going. Vegas' meme has me going.
Hey,
Um,
jeez, boy.
I don't know who to give the cake. Listen, I know we're talking about brain lectures and brain, but clearly there is a correlation because if you look at when Neymar gets hit,
Yeah.
he goes berserk. So clearly his brain power is not as strong. All right, his
So-
brain is not as
So his leg power isn't that great either. Then.
first you barely tap it on his leg, and then start hold it and roll. It's so bad. Somebody, I 100% can put my life on this. It's a Jamaican that did this. When Neymar was, somebody found a soundbite of a dog crying.
Listen.
You know a dog.
Yeah.
A dog crying.
Yep. Yep.
I don't mean to throw the show off people, but this guy takes the cake. Vegas, you gonna take it this week without that house.
I don't know. It's crazy. This whole Braemar Estates thing is just crazy. Now, one of two things is going to happen with this complex. Either a lot of people are going to want to start living there, or a lot of people are going to start to want to avoid there. I don't know how it's going to work out. But
if I can live somewhere and not pay maintenance and all I have to do is open the gate, I'll live there.
right.
Avoid the
Boy.
maintenance and open my own gate.
How you been, Sean? How you been?
Been pretty good, man. Been in high spirits, you know. We're talking about this leg strength thing, and it's like people always marvel at my calves. They say that's the most
Here
valuable
we
part
go.
of my body. Right? Like, real talk. This happened about 20 years ago, right? So this girlfriend of mine saw me in this kingdom because he knows me. So I normally wear shorts. If you know me, shorts I like to wear.
Right.
If I worked off street, I'll wear shorts, right? So I'm walking in New Kingston in my shorts, right? Did I say I was wearing shorts that day? I was wearing shorts.
They were,
So-
were they shorts?
They weren't that short, but they were shorts. You could definitely see my calf, right?
Okay.
But not much above the knee, okay?
All right. So I don't need to play the budget then.
No. So apparently this girlfriend saw my calves and she was like, "Oh my God, those calves are to die for." I would so give this guy anything he wants right now because of those calves.
So you
But
got
then-
lunch?
No, when the smoke cleared and you saw when you put the face to the calves, she was like,
Oh,
"It's just gone."
it's a balancing act.
No, she was like, "It's just gone." I was like, seriously.
That you really got. It's just you.
Yes, it was just you.
Oh, sorry. So disappointed. I've never gotten that.
Because you ain't got no legs.
No. I'm not saying that. Mm-mm.
Oh.
That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying after seeing my legs, I've never gotten, "Oh, it's just you." I've always gotten, "Oh, it's you." Totally different.
Get it, brother. Get it, brother. Man, take a long yeah, man. But I'm very strong in my legs, though. Very strong.
So, as a result, you should be very strong in the brain power.
My brain seems to be pretty strong.
As according to some of these studies.
Yes, my brain is very strong.
You know, and that would probably explain why it is that you reason out certain things differently from others.
Uh-huh.
I'm just, putting a little feather in your hat here and there. I can't take all the glory. I have to share some of it. So, apparently, they're saying, optimal brain and nervous system health lies in the work that you put in with your legs.
Uh-huh.
And the link, this link in particular, was demonstrated in a study published in Frontiers in Neuroscience, which shows that neurological health is as dependent on signals from your large leg muscles as it is on signals from your brain to your muscles. Basically, what they're saying is this two-way street has equal use of both lanes. No lane is more important than the other. They said both astronauts and patients affected by chronic movement limiting pathologies face impairment in muscle and or brain performance. So they're saying that astronauts are not as smart as we think. Or they have to be super smart to get out in space, to lose function of their muscles so that they can come down to normal. I don't know. But increased patient survival expectations and the expected longer stays in space by astronauts may result in prolonged motor deprivation and consequent pathological effects. Severe movement limitation can influence not only the motor and metabolic systems, but also the nervous system, altering neurogenesis and the interaction between motor neurons and muscle cells. Now, little information is available about the effect of prolonged muscle disuse on neural stem cells characteristics. And an in vitro study aims to fill this gap by focusing on the biological and molecular properties of neural stem cells. So, stem cell research has taken on yet another dimension, basically. The overall results support the existence of a link between reduction of exercise and muscle disuse and metabolism in the brain, and thus represent valuable new information that could clarify how circumstances such as the absence of load and the lack of movement that occurs in people with some neurological diseases may affect properties of neural stem cells, NCSs, and contribute to the negative manifestations of these conditions. So basically, the lack of movement increases the condition, the neurological disease that you're suffering from. So, I don't know. In the case of which one comes first, the chicken or the egg, I don't know if it's a neurological disease that causes the lack of movement or the lack of movement that causes neurological disease. Either way, lack of movement is going to affect it.
Listen, all I know is that if you stop workout, you get
Walkless.
walkless. The word that the doctors use is atrophy. Atrophy sets in.
Yeah. Or for those of you who are not familiar with the Jamaican parlance, it's worthless. So atrophy then is muscular atrophy can be synonymous to worthlessness. It's a strong word to use. That's a strong word to use.
You don't sit down all day and not or nothing.
It describes it to a T, but it's a strong word to use. To say that someone who is afflicted by a neurological disease that renders them immobile to having limited movement, to call them worthless, is kind of harsh. But
it is harsh.
But think about it. What can they really do?
I mean, this is not an attack on those who are genuinely and seriously having some limitations. We're talking about big old man that just love sit down and watch this. That's what
Yeah,
we're talking about.
but
And women too.
in the truer sense of the word, as it is, as it describes an individual. Now, it's not like you said. I'm not really. I'm not bashing anyone who is in this condition, but they're now in a position where they need to be taken care of extensively, and their contribution at that point is little to none. So, how much worth? Their life? Yes, is of value. But how much so can they contribute to you as an individual in this state that they're in?
Uh-huh.
So, yes, it's harsh. Yes, it's rough to say that, but technically, it's kind of true. So, according to the press release, the finding fundamentally alters brain and nervous system medicine, giving doctors new clues as to why patients with motor neuron disease, multiple sclerosis, spinal muscular atrophy, and other neurological diseases often rapidly decline when their movement becomes limited. Now the dots get connected. So, whenever you're unable to perform load bearing exercises, you not only lose muscle mass due to muscle atrophy, your body chemistry is impacted in such a way that your nervous system and brain also begins to deteriorate. So, can you imagine the moment you stop working out, Sean? What will happen to
Yeah.
you? Animals could still use their front legs, however, and were able to eat and groom normally without getting stressed. Um, and these were animals that researchers prevented from using their hind legs for 28 days. At the end of the 28 days, the subventricular zone of the animal's brains were examined. This is an area of the brain responsible for the health of nerve cells. And quite remarkably, neural stem cells, undifferentiated stem cells that can develop into both neurons and other brain cells, had declined by 70%. That's a major decline. Just from these animals not using their hind legs. Neurons and oligodendrocytes. Ever heard of that? Those are glial cells that insulate nerve cells. I don't know why they didn't just say that, but yeah, oligodendrocytes, they fail to fully mature in the treatment group. So, in a press release, what they said was, the research shows that using the legs, particularly in weight-bearing exercise, sends signals to the brain that are vital for the production of healthy neural cells. And these cells are essential for the brain and nervous system. Now, cutting back on exercise makes it difficult for the body to produce new nerve cells. Some of the very building blocks that allow us to handle stress and adapt to change in our lives. So, stop working, well, granted that your work involves movement of your legs, and you could be on a steady decline, just like that. And when you think about it, you know, some old people that live in the country, Sean, that they're up in their late 80s, early 90s, and they're still walking the hill. You ever come across some of those people?
Oh, yeah, man.
And you just wonder how. And when you talk to them, they're sharp as a whip. And they remember things that happened when they were 12. But the moment they are walking that hill and they slip and dislocate or break that hip, everything goes downhill. You ever notice?
Mm-hmm.
Now they're putting two and two together. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to talk some more. It's a night shift with DJ Kevin Stew and Sean Garrity. And we're talking about the connection between leg muscles and brain health, which you'd never really think that there was such a connection, but apparently there is. So we'll be back in just a few moments when we look at the concept of our body being made to bear weight. No, it doesn't mean that you must become overweight. They're saying they're saying that your body was made to bear weight. So we'll be right back after these messages.
Pulsey Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today. Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Pulsey Media Group.
Are you crazy about the music industry? You aspire to hit it big in music? Or maybe you've sweated out a soulful killer beat and are now stuck finding it's not as easy as it looked. Oh, but it can be easy for you with JTMC. We've been there, we know how it feels, so we solve challenges like production, promotion, marketing, branding and development, and more. With over 30 years of experience, JTMC is a one-stop shop for artists. We handle your graphic design, writing services, PR, as well as event planning, e-blasts, artist management, and bookings, so also your website and social media needs as well. We're experts in using creativity to persuade audiences on behalf of artists, drawing on our diverse experience to create projects that connect with audiences intellectually and emotionally. Artist success is everything to us, and our years of experience and commitment will be behind you for every one of your needs. If you've got music for the world to hear, whether you're a new or established artist, visit us at jtmcenterprise.com.
We're off to an early start for a long hot summer, but beat the heat with a dash of lemongrass refresher. This cool thirst quencher is a low sugar beverage made from the fevergrass plant, which has antioxidants, several wellness properties, and is a great lifestyle drink for all ages. Ah, that hits the spot. It's a new great taste. Have one today. Dash Lemongrass Refresher, distributed by Carib Atlantic Distributors. Call 954-614-0919. That's 954-614-0919. Life's a dash. Live well.
The award-winning Palace Peace and Love Academic Scholarship is appealing for your support to help educate one student at a time in Jamaica and the Caribbean.
Palace awarded 492 scholarships and several computers to university and high school students in Jamaica and the Caribbean over the past 7 years, valued at approximately 33 million Jamaican dollars, $250,000 US.
Importantly, our university graduates to date include 15 medical doctors, 10 lawyers, 6 engineers, and 15 fine arts students. Our goal is to award at least 105 scholarships in 2018.
Please partner with us to make this a reality for those well-deserving, hard-working students by making a tax-deductible donation online at www.palace1.org
or send a check to Palace, P.O. Box 5461, Alpharetta, Georgia 30023 USA, or telephone 770-744-2154.
Palace, preserving young minds for posterity.
Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind, and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
Hey, I'm representing for DJ Kevin's Jew, working on the night shift radio show. Won't go changing like the weather, just to please the devil never. Will DJ Kevin's Jew sell his soul? That's a word and honor. It's Christine representing word and honor. Selassie DJ Kevin's Jew.
You have it all, baby. Giving you all, baby. Like Samson, I wanna be strong for you. Breaking down all barriers. Lifting all up higher. Riding on a chariot. Giving you my love. Please don't be Delilah. I give everything that I have and everything you require. I'll be strong for you. Yes, I will be strong for you. Yes, I will be strong for you. I will be strong, stronger than any. Standing firm, rock of Gibraltar. I'll never move, no way, no how. We got each other, we'll never falter. We'll make it through some way, somehow. I'm giving you all my heart. You're the blood that flows through my every part. Strong for you. Yes, I
sound of Siobhan. A track called Strong. I want to just welcome you back to the show. It's Night Shift to DJ Kevin Stew. The other thing we call Healthy Love.
I'll be your man now and forever. Just stay right close to me. You're my energy. You're the air I breathe, and baby, you're my everything.
This segment of the show is brought to you courtesy of GMAT Music Solutions. For stage production services, including sound and lighting. On musical equipment, PA systems, engineers, DJs, you name it. GMAT Music Solutions can help you to sort out your live event. Bringing music to life. Just give them a call. 754-307-GMAC. 754-307-4622. Almost forgot what number I was giving you there. But GMAT Music Solutions. Bringing music to life. Now, before we went off on a commercial break, I mentioned that we'd be looking at the fact that our body was made for weight bearing. Oh, I must apologize. Sean had to run. He had to cut his time with us a little bit early tonight. But he did say he would try to tune in by way of the chat room on kevinstew.com. So you go ahead and just join him in the chat room. Don't be shy. And of course, I'd love to hear from you during the show. 754-789-STEW. 773-789-7839. Now, by not using leg muscles, two genes are adversely impacted. One, known as CDK5-RAP1. Never heard of it. This one plays an important role in mitochondrial health and function, which is yet another important reason for getting weight-bearing exercise. Now, for those who have studied or learned anything about cells, the mitochondrion is considered to be like the powerhouse of the cells. So if your mitochondria is working at its optimum and your cells are working at their optimum, and you know, when it comes down to it, your cells is a basic, it's the foundation of any living thing. So unhealthy cells mean unhealthy being or creature. And here it is. Now, as you may or may not be aware of by now, healthy, well-functioning mitochondria, crucial for optimal health. And mitochondrial dysfunction is actually a root cause of virtually all chronic disease, including neurodegeneration. Because as your brain requires the most energy of any organ, about 20% of the energy generated in your entire body is used up by the brain. So those cells have to be really firing. Your brain cells have to be really firing. And I guess initially you would think that to get your brain healthy or keep your brain healthy, fit and healthy, you would do brain exercises. So you would do things relating to academia. Well, here we're learning that it could involve a little bit something more. Dr. Rafaela Adami, lead author, says it's no accident that we are meant to be active. To walk, to run, to crouch, to sit, use our leg muscles to lift things. No accident. Neurological health is not a one-way street with the brain telling the muscles to lift, to walk, run, whatever. Previous research fully supports the notion that muscle use plays an enormously important role in brain health. Enormous. And weight bearing against gravity itself is a crucial component of life that allows the human body and brain to function optimally. Now, this has also been clearly pointed out by Joan Vernikos, former director of NASA's Life Sciences Division, in her book Sitting Kills, Moving Heals. And we've heard about these sedentary jobs killing people, and how it is important that if you work a sedentary job, that you get up from time to time, if it's even just to stand at your desk, and you just do that. Just get up, move around a little bit, walk around your desk, or walk from edge to edge. Doesn't really matter, but it's important for your health. And now we're learning why. Previous research has shown exercise is a key way to protect, maintain, and improve your brain health and optimize cognitive capacity. It's even been shown to help fight dementia. Now we know why. There are a number of different mechanisms behind this body-brain link. And one, well, it might be considered quite a key factor, is related to how exercise affects brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. And this is found in both your muscles and your brain. In your neuromuscular system, well, let me not get there first. Let me say this first. Exercise initially stimulates the production of a protein called FNDC5. And this protein in turn triggers the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. And this is a remarkable brain and muscle rejuvenator. BDNF helps preserve existing brain cells, activate brain stem cells to convert into neurons, which is neurogenesis, and promote actual brain growth, especially in the hippocampus area. And that's the region that is associated with memory. So if you're losing cells in your hippocampus area, you have unhealthy cells in that area, then what do you think is going to happen with your memory? Right. Now, in your neuromuscular system, BDNF protects your neuromotor, which is the most critical element in your muscle, from degradation. Without the neuromotor, your muscle is like an engine without ignition. So it's not going to get started. No kick. Neuromotor degradation is part of the process that explains age-related muscle atrophy. Yet another mechanism at play relates to a substance called B-hydroxybutane. Now, B-hydroxybutane is produced by the liver when your metabolism is optimized to burn fat as a primary fuel. When your blood sugar levels decline, it serves as an alternative source of energy. And it is also a histone how do I say this? Deacetylase inhibitor that limits the production of BDNF. So it's a histone deacetylase inhibitor. You'd think that I don't get enough exercise, right? Well, I get enough exercise. It's the rest that I need to work on. So what happens is your body appears to be designed to improve the BDNF production via a number of different pathways in response to physical exertion. And BDNF, its cross connection between your muscles and your brain, that now helps explain why a physical workout can have such a beneficial impact on both muscle and brain tissue. It literally helps prevent and could even reverse brain decay as much as it prevents and reverses age-related muscle decay. Exercise also helps to protect and improve your brain function by improving and increasing blood flow. So your oxygenation now is improved to your brain. It helps by increasing production of nerve protecting compounds. It helps by reducing damaging plaques in your brain and altering the way these damaging proteins reside inside your brain, which appears to slow the development of Alzheimer's disease. So, if there's somebody that's suffering from Alzheimer's and you go ahead and you get them active, physically active, and getting the legwork. So you take them for walks regularly, and if you can get them to do some exercise, you try that. You could possibly be saving them from further brain degeneration. That is awesome because exercise is free. So why not do it?
Hey, we got it going on. Hey, we got it going on.
This is Onatash Riley.
No separating.
It's called Something Strong.
Oh, yeah. We firm as the rock of Gibraltar and mountains around Jerusalem. Ooh, you labor in vain if you're trying to bring us pain, cause you'll never win. You cannot go round us. She said, Taurus, nothing divides us. Now there's more than a million reasons to quit, but we'll never split. More than a million reasons to quit, but we're holding on. Love is what dreams are made of, and in my visions all I see is her. Got something strong, and so we're holding on. Them never know we're serious, never want we link one another. Tell her I'm not the type to carry home to mother. Them put up all type of traps and barriers. Still I show them that true love's a conqueror. More than a million reasons to quit, but we'll never split. We got something strong, and so we're holding on. This love is the truth, yeah. And we've got the fruits to grow, yeah. Still like keep a wide eye for parasites who try to defy. Now, people gon' try things. Some find pleasure in spoiling a good thing. Still I let them know that in our life there is no weak links. Now there's more than a million rivers to cross, but we gon' make it through. And more than a gazillion people gonna talk. So love that dreams are made of. And in my visions all I see is her. We got something strong, and so we're holding on. Yeah. We got it going on. We got it going on. Yeah. No separating me and my lady. We firm as the rock of Gibraltar and mountains around Jerusalem. You labor in vain if you're trying to bring us pain. You'll never win. You cannot go round us. You said us, nothing divides us. Now there's more than a million reasons to quit. Oh, but we'll never split. And more than a million reasons to quit. But we hold on. Love is what dreams are made of. And in my visions all I see is her. Got something strong. And so holding on.
Something strong keeps us holding on.
Dreams are made of.
Even when you're at that point where you want to say, listen, I give up. It's when we push through that we seem to be invincible.
We got it going on. Ooh, them never know we serious, never want we link one another. Tell her another time to carry home to mother. Them put up all type of stumbling barriers. Still I show them that true love's a conqueror.
We're gonna take a quick little break.
We got it going on.
When we come back, we talk some more. Call a friend, tell a friend. It's a night shift with me, DJ Kevin Stew. We'll be right back. When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulsemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.
Hey Dad, how do you throw a curveball? How do you build a fort? How do refrigerators run? How do fish learn how to swim?
Kids ask a lot of questions.
How high can you jump?
But you don't have to know every answer.
How many phone numbers are there?
Because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent.
How do cell phones work?
There are thousands of children in foster care who don't need every question answered.
What's electricity?
They just need you.
What's the moon made of?
For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
JTMC Music presents the highly anticipated, much talked about, The Juggling Rhythm Volume 1. This classic rhythm takes on a new life with tracks from both established artists and introduces some incredible new voices. Get your dancing shoes ready with The Juggling Rhythm, featuring international reggae dancehall artist Mr. Vegas, alongside Ian Sweetness, Ed Robinson, Jack Radix, Hezron, Dangling, Joanna Marie featuring Galaxy B, Denny Ranks featuring Jawiz, Amber Leak, Christine Alicia, Yishka. Also the new sensations on the rhythm: Zeal, Danger Lee, Marquis Skelenar, Zachary. Available on all digital media outlets. The Juggling Rhythm. Get it, get it, get it.
It's time to get live, it's time to get lit. Spiritually powered inspirational thoughts, it's time to spit. Join Sharon Corinthian and St. Patrick every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 96.3 IMG Radio as they bring you poetry at its finest, featuring some of the hottest spoken word artists from around the world. It will leave you touched, moved, and inspired. Tell a friend to tell a friend and join us for the show.
Yes. Akar Mantino, I'm making notes right now. You are locked in to DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift.
Cure again now. Come to give you more of my time. Don Corleone again. I've tried a lifetime to find you. Give me a moment just to remind you of the love we've not made before. The reason you can't close this door. I see confusion in your eyes, and maybe you're a little surprised the way we make love under the moonlight. Tomorrow you'll sit in your light. Come away in a dream. This world, it's not what it seems. There be no gold at the end of the rainbow. Birds don't fly anywhere that the wind blows. Come away in a dream. Life is not what it seems. Happily don't always live forever, but my love is getting stronger every day. Oh, stronger every day. Yeah. Oh, they tell me that diamonds are your friends, but diamonds won't be there in the end. I give you my love to remember. I keep you happy, happy. You should be me bonify. Nothing in this world can justify loving on your heart for I and I. It's you and I, baby. Maybe it's just fate. A time will simply be waiting. Is a chance that brought us together. We can go in search of forever. In a dream, this world, it's not what it seems. There be no gold at the end of the rainbow. Birds don't fly anywhere that the wind blows. Come away in a dream. Life is not what it seems. Happily don't always live forever, but my love is getting stronger every day. Ooh, see the future in your eyes.
Welcome back to the show. This is the JTMC Enterprise sponsored segment. The last segment before we roll into our musical therapy.
It's not what it seems. There be no gold at the end of the rainbow. Birds don't fly anywhere that the wind blows. Come away in a dream. Life is not what it seems. Happily don't always live forever.
This is Jack Cure, a track called Stronger. Okay, so you heard us. You heard me talking about studies that they've been doing to check this link between brain and muscles, and I'm gonna present a sampling of the studies, or some of the studies demonstrating this link. In a 2011 study, seniors who walked 30 to 45 minutes 3 days a week for 1 year increased the volume of their hippocampus by 2%. 30 to 45 minutes 3 days a week. Typically, your hippocampus tends to shrink with age. The results prompted the authors to claim exercise is one of the most promising non-pharmaceutical treatments to improve brain health. Research also shows exercise helps preserve gray and white matter in your frontal, temporal, and parietal parietal cortexes, which also helps prevent cognitive deterioration. Yeah, it's been a rough day for me today, I must admit. Too much exercise. Too much of one thing is not good for you. Yeah, too much exercise. A 2016 study in the journal Gerontology found that working your leg muscles help maintain cognitive function as you get older. According to the authors, simply walking could help maintain brain function well into old age. Again, the story that the scenario that I presented earlier when Sean was on. As Jamaicans, as you're growing up, when you visit rural areas, you see some more mature, I don't want to use the word older, some more mature people. And they're walking the streets, and they're walking the hills, and they're walking their animals, and they're tending the farm just as well as some middle-aged people. And the moment that changes, the moment they are no longer able to move around like that, it's the moment that things start to go downhill. A study followed 324 female twins aged 43 to 73 for a decade. Cognitive function such as learning and memory was tested at the outset and the conclusion of the study. Interestingly, leg strength was found to be a better predictor for brain health than any other lifestyle factor they reviewed. Consistently, the twin with the greatest leg strength maintained higher cognitive functioning over time compared to the weaker twin. The stronger of the pair also experienced fewer age-related brain changes over time. A Georgia Tech study found that 20 minutes of strength training enhanced long-term memory by about 10%. 20 minutes of strength training. In this experiment, 46 volunteers were randomly assigned to one of two groups. One active, one passive. Initially, all the participants viewed a series of 90 images. After, they were asked to recall as many of the images as they could. The active group was then told to do 50 leg extensions at personal maximum effort using a resistance exercise machine. The passive participants were asked to let the machine move their leg without exerting any personal effort. 2 days later, the participants returned to the lab, where they were shown the 90 original photos plus 90 more. Get this. Those in the active group had markedly improved image recall, even though 2 days had passed since the exercise. The passive control group recalled about 50% of the original photos, whereas the active group remembered about 60%. Project leader Lisa Weinberg commented on the results, saying, "Our study indicates that people don't have to dedicate large amounts of time to give their brain a boost. They just need to give some time." Other research that was published in 2016 found a link between exercise and improved long-term memory retention. With this, they found that exercising 4 hours after learning something new would help you to retain what you just learned long term. Curiously, this effect was not found when the exercise was done immediately after learning. So, exercise 4 hours after learning helps you to retain something new. But exercise immediately after and it doesn't work as well? Why? Funny enough, the reason for that is unclear. But it appears to have something to do with the release of catecholamines. Now, these catecholamines are naturally occurring chemicals that are known to improve memory consolidation. These include dopamine and norepinephrine. And one way to boost these catecholamines is through exercise. And apparently, delayed exercise appears to be a part of the equation. Another test in animal research has also shown that exercise both activates and promotes the growth of hippocampal neurons. The hippocampus belongs to the ancient part of your brain known as the limbic system and plays an important role in the consolidation of information from your short-term memory to your long-term memory, as well as spatial navigation. In one such study, exercising mice grew an average of 6,000 new hippocampal brain cells in every cubic millimeter of tissue sampled. As expected, the mice also showed significant improvements in the memory recall. Similarly, a 2010 study on primates revealed exercise helped the monkeys learn new tasks twice as quickly as non-exercising monkeys. Mice, monkeys, it's consistent. The results are consistent. Are we really that much different? That's a question for those who are questioning. A number of other studies have also investigated the impact of exercise on brain performance and IQ in students and employees. Research highlights include the finding that 40 minutes of daily exercise increased IQ by an average of nearly 4 points among elementary school students. Among 6th graders, the fittest students scored 30% higher than average students, and the less fit students 20% lower among older students. And those who play vigorous sports have a 20% improvement in math, science, English, and social studies. Students who exercised before class improved test scores by 17%, and those who worked out for 40 minutes improved an entire letter grade. Employees who exercise regularly are also 15% more efficient than those who do not, which means a fit employee needs to work only 42.5 hours in a week to do the same work as an average employee working 50 hours in a week. My question is, why are these people doing more than 40 hours of work in the first place? What's up with that? Yeah, it leads to a different question, right? Because had a song here to play. Lost it. Because no, here it is. We have these workers doing 2.5 hours of overtime just because they're fitter. Well, you know what? It sure beats 10 hours of overtime. I do believe the math works out. 42.5 hours versus 50 hours. Get your staff fit, bosses, job owners, entrepreneurs. Get yourselves and your employees fit. The sound of Sizzler, 15 minutes after the hour.
Yeah, you got to get going. No time to sit down. Some people not know life is a cycle. You got to know how to get around. Woo! Yes, you got to be strong and be all the best you can. The world is out there, conquer your fears, and now you wait too long. Yes, you got to be strong and be all the best you can. The world is out there, conquer your.
As a reminder, the number to call, number to text to get you in touch. 773-789-7839. Easy way to remember it, 773-789-STEW.
Cause I believe in you, not like the stereotype. Cleanliness intriguing, you give thanks and praise for my life. And for us being here, children can't go to school, the system killing us. There's good in us, and we've always wanted to bring it out. Show the world what we got, the struggle continues, yo. Check the conditions in which we're living, yo. Ain't no one come giving, yo, that you work to be a winner. Our children going to bed without having a dinner. Yes, you got to be strong and be all the best you can. The world is out there, conquer your fears, and now you wait too long. Yes, you got to be strong and be all the best you can. The world is out there, conquer your fears, and now you wait too long. People are filled with expectation, that's fine with me. Opportunity comes but once, so it's time for me. I don't think of failure because the sun shines for me. Something in the back of my head keep reminding me. Keep on listening here when I call. There's good and bad, so just be good and stand tall. A lot of people out there wish for me to fall. I'm not scared, I pray to He who had created us all. Evils and the demons, woo, I don't stop with them. And they don't like me. Hey, what's up with them? I just can't do without your love because it's like the oxygen. I don't eat no folly, I don't eat no crap with them. Yes, you got to be strong and be all the best you can. The world is out there, conquer your fears, and now you wait too long. Yes, you got to be strong and be all the best you can. The world is out there, conquer your fears, and now you wait too long. Hi, how you doing? Long time I haven't seen you. Hope you're behaving yourself now like a good behaving citizen. Nothing come easy, you got to work hard, I'm telling you. Hope and pray for the best, cause I believe in you. Not like the stereotype, cleanliness intriguing. You give thanks and praise for my life, and for us being here. Children can't go to school, the system killing us. There's good in us, and we've always wanted to bring it out. Show the world what we got, the struggle continues, yo. Check the conditions in which we're living, yo.
Yes, we got to be strong.
Be a winner, our children going to bed without having a dinner. Yes, you got to be strong and be all the best you can.
So we've looked at how BDNF links muscle strength and brain rejuvenation, but exercise also influences a number of other biochemical pathways that end up affecting your cognitive function and health. And these include normalizing insulin and preventing insulin resistance. Apparently, exercise is one of the most effective ways to normalize your insulin level and to lower your risk of insulin resistance. This not only lowers your risk for diabetes, but also helps protect your cognitive health. Because diabetes is linked to 65% to a 65% increased risk of developing Alzheimer's. Insulin actually plays an important role in brain signaling, and when proper signaling of insulin in the brain is disrupted, dementia then follows. It also improves blood flow and oxygenation to your brain. Now, of course, your brain needs a significant supply of oxygen to function properly. If it's going to produce 20% of the energy used by the body, just your brain, and the other 80% is distributed all over your body, oxygen function is imperative. And that explains why what is good for your heart and cardiovascular system is also good for your brain. The increased blood flow that results from exercise allows your brain to almost immediately function better. As a result, you tend to feel more focused after a workout. What does that then do? It improves your productivity. Exercise also helps in reducing plaque formation. In one study, not a plaque on your teeth, not that plaque. In one animal study, significantly fewer damaging plaques and fewer bits of beta amyloid peptides associated with Alzheimer's were found in mice that exercised, and by altering the way damaging proteins reside in your brain, exercise may help slow neurodegeneration. Keep exercising, keep neurodegeneration down to a minimum or non-existent. BMP, you know what that is? Bone morphogenetic protein. That's also decreased when you exercise. BMP slows down the creation of new neurons, thereby reducing neurogenesis. If you have high levels of BMP, that's your bone morphogenic protein, your brain gets increasingly sluggish. Exercise reduces the impact of BMP. This now allows adult stem cells to perform their vital functions of keeping your brain agile. In animal research, mice with access to running wheels reduced the BMP in their brains by half in a single week. Exercise also results in notable increase in another brain protein called noggin. Believe it or not, there is a protein in your brain, in your noggin, called noggin. It's a BMP antagonist. So exercise not only reduces the detrimental effects of BMP, it simultaneously boosts the more beneficial noggin as well. This complex interplay between BMP and noggin appears to be a powerful factor that helps ensure the proliferation of and youthfulness of neurons. So, maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't have any negatives to say about the whole noggin. Because noggin helps to fight BMP. Again, BMP is bone morphogenetic protein. Rough evening. I can't wait to get into this musical therapy because I so need it. Alright. Exercise lowers your levels of inflammatory cytokines, and this is associated with chronic inflammation and obesity, both of which can adversely impact your brain function. It also affects your self-confidence. Exercise also boosts natural feel-good hormones and neurotransmitters associated with mood control, including endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, glutamate, and GABA. A study by Princeton University revealed that exercising creates excitable neurons, along with neurons designated to release the GABA neurotransmitter, which inhibits excessive neuronal firing, helping to induce a natural state of calm. That's when I say, you just zen, you're calm. The mood boosting benefits of exercise occur both immediately after a workout and continue on in the long term when done regularly. So you maintain that easygoing, that calmness about you. Researchers have also tested the mechanism by which exercise helps reduce stress and related depression, both of which are risk factors for dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Stress and related depression. Directly related to dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Well-trained muscles have higher levels of an enzyme that helps metabolize a stress chemical called kynurenine. I've never heard of this. Kynurenine. Kynurenine. The findings suggest that exercising your muscles help rid your body of harmful stress chemicals. Well, we had an idea that would happen, but did you ever think about it to this extent? Apparently, daily walking and a 4-minute daily workout is really just the best thing ever to do. There's little doubt, aside from a poor diet, that inactivity is a major driver of most of our current disease epidemics. Going from obesity, which now affects nearly 40% of adults, and over 18% of teens and 14% of children, ridiculous numbers. In addition to a wide array of health problems, obesity is also a risk factor for Alzheimer's. Not to say that skinny people can't get Alzheimer's, but it's a risk factor with obesity. And Alzheimer's is now the third leading cause of death, right behind heart disease and cancer. Well, I guess I should say natural death. Non-exercise movement, along with regular workouts, could actually go a long way towards improving these troubling statistics. Most people spend about 10 hours or more just sitting each day. And sitting for more than 8 hours a day is associated with 90% increased risk of type 2 diabetes, along with an increased risk of heart disease, cancer, and all-cause mortality. Basically, move more during work hours. Again, get up and walk around. Those 15-minute breaks that some people have at their jobs between lunchtime and starting work and lunchtime and end of work, some people get that 2 15-minute breaks. Use it. Get up and walk around. It's a simple way to maintain your health and extend your life. One solution that can work for many is a stand-up desk. You just simply by bearing weight on your 2 legs, produces a biochemical cascade that cuts your risk of insulin resistance and diabetes. Walking more, another key solution. So instead of opting for convenience, take every opportunity you have to walk, bicycle, skateboard, if that's what it comes down to. Do anything other than drive. Park further away from the door. Take the stairs. Leave the elevator alone. These little things all contribute to a longer life, a longer, more healthy life. In addition to daily walking, and we're talking about 10,000 to 15,000 steps a day, consider doing some form of regimented exercise each day. Doesn't have to take a lot of time, but you can do a 4-minute high intensity exercise. There are some that boost nitric oxide levels, and that's a molecule that feeds your muscles and dilates your blood vessels. What does that do? Well, it allows for better flow of oxygenation. Well, that is blood flow and oxygenation of all tissues. When I say all tissues, I mean all tissues. That includes your brain. Now, while the movements are simple and require no exercise, some of these high-intensity workouts would work 16 of your largest muscle groups. And your typical 4-hour workout has 3 sets of 10 repetitions. And you done in no time. You do this 2 or 3 times a day. Space them out about 3 hours apart. And the nitric acid dump exercise, extremely effective and an efficient way to get your physical and cognitive health, get it a real boost. You can't beat that with a long stick. Now, so you're doing something that requires no additional cost. Just 4 minutes. Boom, bam, get it in, get it done, and you're off to better health. You're off to longer life. You're off to being more productive. Is that such a bad thing? I don't think so. I think we can pretty much all work with doing that. We can all work with and be happy with a little bit more time to live, a little bit more health, a little bit more healthy brain function. Just a little bit more. We're going to take a quick little break, real quick, and then we come back and go into our musical therapy, sponsored in this segment by the Wake Up and Live show with Sir Rockwell. We'll be right back. Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com, your links to worship and praise.
Hear me no baby love. Watch you when the boss come through. You get stronger in a minute, baby. Don't talk the boss, don't shout. Boris, sing. I'm up in the morning. I I worry and fret. The longer I'm away from you, the harder it gets. So all alone, can't understand how a grown man can't live alone. No, 'cause this love gets stronger in the mornings. This love gets deeper late at night. All this hurt gets harder in the daytime. And still I can't understand why.
Love woman bad, so she have to stay close when you know some man read. But me can't sleep alone. Call the airport and cancel my flight. Me and my woman have to lock down tonight. House without a woman that can't feel right. I put you know at the beat of my life. Seven candle burn, but them can't hold the light. From a true love girl, we find extra vibe.
I find myself wanting you several hours a day.
You all alone.
When deep in my heart I know I just wanna get away. Can't understand my feeling. It's letting me down. Oh, 'cause this love gets stronger in the morning. This love gets deeper late at night. All this hurt gets harder in the daytime. And still I can't understand why.
So, tell the pastor if I find itself over here, me find it. Love of my life, I mean, no one she disappear. She have to have me last time, I do. I swear, the roughest on the toughest time, baby.
This is the sound of Barris
Full attention, I'll never bring
and Jigsy King.
special love, girl, I'll never bring you shame.
Track is called Love Is Getting Stronger.
Can't feel over water, the love ship
This
for
love
sale.
gets stronger in the morning. This love gets deeper.
This is how we kick off our musical therapy.
This hurt gets harder in the daytime. And still I can't understand why. I wanna know, do you love me or not? Love me or not?
The sound of Giovanni.
Now here we are, so far apart. Though you're right,
The track is called How Could I?
where has it gone? Or have we lost the love that we first found? I'm trying to figure out where we went wrong, but I can't find the answer. I thought we were stronger than this. How can we go forward if we never forgive? Don't even talk to each other. I don't wanna live like this. What about the kids? What about the risk and all that we built? Where will you go? Baby, please don't do this to me. Thought that we had history, so why can't we disagree without breaking up? How can you do this to me? I thought we were meant to be, so how can you up and leave everything and go? How can you say I don't care when I give you it all? If I never felt this way, I would just let you go. But I won't force you to stay. If you wanna leave, then please be safe. You must be getting crazy to be throwing it all away. You do this to me, thought that we had history, so why can't we disagree without breaking up? How can you do this to me? I thought we were meant to be. How can you up and leave everything and go? No. Now here we are, so far apart. Though you're right here in my heart. Where has it gone, or have we lost the love that we first found? I'm trying to figure out where we went wrong, but I can't find the answer. I thought we were stronger than this. How can we go forward if we never forgive?
me love you like ooh na na na. Girl, hey girl, let me know what's up. Link me on your FaceTime or your WhatsApp, girl. Only if I love me happy you na na na. Yeah, let me love you ooh na na na.
This is Kosha the Soldier.
Control, come here girl, make the prophecy unfold. If you put a little way, no worry me there.
The track is called La 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 La.
Every contour, I'm a ragamuffin, not a ruffian.
That's exactly what it's called.
Me a opinion, but you say you love the money from the other one.
It's also called One Away.
Not as the wonder man. Cause girl, if I just a little piece or just a little one turn, me have a spring for the summer where you got girl. To touch your body like ooh na na na. Hey, let me love you like ooh na na na. Girl,
yeah, that's where the title comes from, the La 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 part.
what's up, girl? Let me love you like ooh na na na. Hey, then I do ooh, girl, want make you happy, call me when you alone, and you tell me say you're lonely. And back up FaceTime when nobody around, and you say you go at work, and them send you go back home. But look up on my phone, you tell me you're coming over. Me get little close, make me cure your body totally. And if you mourn me, I tell you if it don't panic. A little me and a little high grade chronic. I won't say you understand. Say tonight if I just a little piece or just a little one turn, me have a spring for the summer where you got girl. Touch up your body like ooh na na na. Hey, let me love you like ooh na na na. Girl, hey girl, let me know what's up. Link me on your Snapchat or your WhatsApp, girl.
Can't stop thinking about you. Life ain't no good without you. You sheltered me from harm, kept me warm, kept me warm.
This is Korik.
You gave my life,
His rendition of Everything I Own.
set me free. You set me free. The finest years I ever knew.
19 minutes to the top of the hour.
Spent with you. I would give everything I own. Give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own, yeah, just to have you back again, just to talk to you once again. And if there's someone you know that won't let you go and is taking it all for granted, you might lose them one day. Someone takes them away and they don't hear a word you say. And I would give everything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own, just to have you back again, just to talk to you once again. Hey, I want you back, baby. Why you do me like this, girl? Why you get my house when I never did like that? No, na 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 na. Heard you tell your friends a lot of things about me, trying to make me look bad. But I remember you were spreading the block about me. It takes more to make me get hot. What are you doing, girl? What are you doing? You're trying to hurt me, bleeding me.
This is the sound of the Ville.
No matter what you do and no matter what you say, I'm gonna be.
The track is called Dirty Laundry.
You wish me bad, I will never do the same. Cause I'm gonna be alright. I know you try to wreck my life, I wish you the best, yeah. I'm gonna be alright. And when you think my life a misery and yours a paradise, I'm gonna be alright. You see, I heard you tell the press a lot of things about me, for them to publicize a dirty laundry. Put a stain on my name, girl, you try to bring me shame, but just shine it like don't fall. You know what you're doing, girl.
wreck my life, I wish you the best, girl. I'm gonna be alright. And when you think my life a misery and yours a paradise, I'm gonna be alright, alright. Everywhere me go, people love see me and I talk. One bugger things I track, one bugger. Me never listen what them say me just don't them make them talk. Cause they don't know what I have been through. No, if you try to make me feel like I'm the worst one, you can
15 minutes to the top of the hour, 15 minutes before I get out of here.
get better with time. Cause no matter what you do and no matter what you say, I'm gonna be alright. No matter how you
Remember, Sir Rockwell kicks off the day of the Wake Up and Live show at 7 tomorrow morning, Eastern time.
I'm gonna be alright.
And he goes on till midday tomorrow with 11 to 12 being the What is Reggae Music segment.
What you do and no matter what you say, I'm gonna
So you definitely want to tune in for that.
no matter how you wish me bad, I will never do the same. Cause I'm gonna be alright. And though you try to wreck my life, I wish you the best, girl. I'm gonna be alright. Oh yeah, I'll be okay. I'm gonna be alright.
Oh, when the sun goes down and the moon gets bright and everybody in for the night, me need some company to make the mood feel right. Someone to squeeze up tight, yeah. Me need a nice empress who look good in her dress, and once yours is mine, me give you all access. Come and we take.
This is the sound of King Charles.
Are you alone? There's no
A track called what?
I'm still searching for true love.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Still searching.
Someone who sent from above. I want her to be my girl. Oh, and together we rule the world. We rule the world. Come and take a break from the up and down. Come make me take a short through Spanish town. Me are the king, so I you can wear the second crown. Me I go pick your way up and when I come down. Hey. Because I you me like and me I sit down and I pray to make you be wife. So do me right and make sure you be right. And me I tell you how me feel on a Tuesday night. Oh, I'm still searching.
Yeah, it's definitely a Tuesday night right here. And it's healthy love, so you get to know how I feel, right?
Want her to be my girl. Oh, and together we rule the world. We rule the world. So tell me, are you out there now? Maybe give you good loving up in our Are you out there? Are you out there now? Let's give you good loving up in our Are you out there? Are you out there now? Maybe give you good loving up in our Are you out there? Are you out there? Tell me.
No more delay. And when you run away, I'll be soon.
Good evening to you. I guess passing through in the chat room.
I never meant to stay away this long. 'Cause without your love,
This is the sound of Dangling
I know you're on
and Tanya Mullings.
to me. I'm hoping
The track called On My Way.
way too long. 'Cause without your love, yo, yo, yo. From the very first moment I laid my eyes on you, yeah. I noticed you were more than just a visual. I fell in love with your mind, not just the physical. Yes, each day I rise, I say a prayer for you, yeah. I pray that you will bless and walk beside me. I truly long for the day when you're beside me. Baby girl, I adore you. Only Jah alone I never put before you. That's so true. The other girls are cool, but they won't do. They can love me like you love me, and that won't do. I really appreciate love. Your royalness brought me to love, and I stumble and meet that's key to love. I miss your loving each and every day. I'm on my way to you. I never meant to stay away this long. 'Cause without your love, I know you're on your way to me. I'm hoping you don't stay away too long. 'Cause without your love, baby, trust me, it ain't easy, but I'm waiting for you. Sometimes I feel that you don't love me, but I know that you do. You are my king and I'm your queen, that's no doubt. You got the loving that I when I'm feeling down and lonely, I get by with the memories of you. Boy, I want you to know that I will never let you go. My love's for real and that's for sure. No one could ever love you more, and I will daily here for you. The life I have, I'll share with you. One love, one life, that's what we do. I'll be waiting for you when you arrive. Woman, I'm on my way. See, I never meant to stay away this long. Live clean, 'cause without your love, without your love, I need you on your way. Because I'm hoping you don't stay away too long. Yeah, so without your love, hear me now.
Life is not just what you see. Life is how you live. By the seconds, by the minutes, by the hours, by the seconds, by the minutes, by the hours. So, if you see your sisters and brothers, they need to help it, and you've got to give it. 'Cause just
This is the sound of Freddie Green.
one life, one life.
And that's the title of the track. Jah give us one life.
'Cause Jah give us one life, one life, one life. Life has different interpretation, so don't let it cause miscommunication. Let us unite for a better solution, 'cause that is the only way we can be strong. We must never let material things distract us from doing what is good. Although our payment takes some time, but through love and temptation we keep us in line. Jah give us one life, one life, one life. 'Cause Jah give us one life, one life, one life. Don't forget your history, never forget your prophecy. Too much satisfaction can make you lose your memory. Eternal life should be your destiny. So overcome negativity and let us unite for a better solution, 'cause that is the only way we can be strong. Jah give us one life, one life, one life. 'Cause Jah give us one life, one life. Baby, we choose the first. You are my Miss Universe, and no matter how the streets are chat, you always have me back. Baby, I wish you could have unlimited hours. I would have sent you unlimited flowers. Groove galore.
Groove galore, honorable. Oh, why am I about to saying it? He said it. The track is called Let Me Love You. 7 minutes to go. Yeah, this is real musical therapy.
Talk to me, baby.
And I can't escape.
I believe you.
Running away from the pain I don't make come. And I can't erase what you do to me. Baby, what you do to me.
Okay.
I wanna give you loving like you never had before. I wanna be the one who holds you down. No matter what, I'll be there for sure. I wanna be the woman of your dreams and so much more. So baby, help me learn to love you. Baby, just to love you, love you, love you. Baby, just to love you.
I love you, man. So baby, make me take you to me kingdom. My love conquers and not divide. Why you not be sacrifice your pride? Rhapsody with me and you, every melody's timeless. You left me speechless and mindless. Sipping on emotions. Every touch is like a happy pill. Relationship of a bill. Me I go love you right back, so no worry. Straight shooter with it, Steph Curry.
Maybe take you in a rollers and flip-flop. Maybe do anything we make we lip-lap. And anything we wrong, now you like me big status. And not try lock your heart, cause you know me big lock.
But you know, we say some things just to get in. Rollers and flip-flops. I'll do anything to make our lips lock. Easy, honorable.
Despite all the struggles you have faced, you know, let's always remember this. Better days are ahead, see.
This is on Adonai.
Even though life's rough, things
5 minutes to the top of the hour. The track is called Better Days Ahead.
fight the fight until the end. Cause after the rain falls, the sun will shine again. Better days ahead. Better days ahead. Me get kicked out in the streets and a teenager. Hungry, no food to eat, packing out no paper. The amount of studio me bleach, my rust area. Brand new rhythm for release, get pen to paper. 2014, gradually get bang up, so me start to gang up. Car wash, no play money inside up. Hustle to the hustle, why you know about struggle and survival. When stress reach, me smart weed and ease the pressure. Them sing that song. Life's rough, things tough, and times red. But don't you give up, fight the fight until the end. Cause after the rain falls, the sun must shine again. Better days ahead, better days ahead. No fish walk in my shoes, but them no really know. Struggles up, we fight up a true man, coulda dead enough. Never you lose faith, roll up your head enough. Put in the work as life, and no better rose. Give thanks, me tune and play upon the radio. See me on the TV, we them want me living now. For me leave for the show, wipe the tears them from my eyes. You can't see me dog a crying. Even though life's rough, things tough, and times red. But don't you give up, fight the fight until the end. Cause after the rain falls, the sun will shine again. Better days ahead, better days ahead.
This is how I'm gonna bounce out of here. I wanna say thank you to each and everyone for tuning in. Remember, Sir Rockwell tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. starts the day. I end it at 10 p.m. It's Real Talk Wednesday tomorrow. Happy hump day to you. This is Meta and the Cornerstone.
It's a blessing for us.
Featuring Concha Buika.
Deep by far.
It's called Regardless.
It's not the distance that breaks my heart. It's the silence that made our friendship stop in those blocks.
My name is DJ Kevin Stew. This is how I like to do it to you, for you, and with you.
Always win.
Until tomorrow.
Love always win. God speaks all language.
Peace and love.
Regardless. It's not the distance that breaks my heart. It's the silence that made our friendship stop in those blocks. Regardless, love always wins. Love always wins. God speaks all languages. Regardless, in somehow you saw the far horizon, yeah, and you thought that I was fading. I just went away to breathe my heart for all my love. Let not even whisper through your head. It's not the distance that breaks my heart. It's the silence that made our friendship stop in those blocks. Regardless, love always wins. Love always wins. God speaks all language. regardless. It's not the distance that breaks my heart, it's the silence that made our friendship stop in those blocks. Regardless, yeah. Love always wins. Love always wins. God speaks all languages. Regardless.
When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulseemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.